The top story is Ethiopia voices for equal maritime rights. And Kenya welcomes Ethiopia's privatization measures. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, with me, Shifara Olako, and thank you for watching us. Now, Ethiopia's Minister of Transport and Logistics, Alamusime, issued a powerful call to action at the United Nations Conference for Landlocked Developing Countries in Turkmenistan, Avaza, demanding equal maritime rights and global support for landlocked nations. In a passionate address, he declared that access to the sea should be a universal right, not a coastal privilege. Jerusalem Bazia has more on that.
The third United Nations Conference on Landlocked Developing Countries was held from 5 to 8 August 2025 at the Awaza National Tourist Zone in Turkmenistan under the theme Driving Progress Through Partnerships. The conference brought together a broad coalition of stakeholders, including heads of state and government, UN agencies, civil societies, and the private sector. The goal was to address the persistent development challenges faced by 32 landlocked developing countries, home to over 500 up to 600 million people. On the occasion, Ethiopia's Minister of Transport and Logistics, Alamusime, delivered a compelling call to action advocating for equal maritime rights and a renewed global commitment to overcoming the unique obstacles faced by landlocked developing countries. Minister Alemu highlighted the escalating and entrenched difficulties experienced by landlocked countries, such as high transportation costs, inadequate infrastructure, geopolitical tensions, and the compounding effects of climate change.
We uphold the right of all states to guaranteed and secure access to the sea. This is a holistic right that goes beyond transit. It includes participation in maritime economic opportunities, environmental protection, and maritime security.
He stressed that the full realization of this principle is critical for achieving sustainable and inclusive development, as well as lasting regional and global peace.
From this conference, Ethiopia expects to see a transformative focus and renewed global commitment. We hope to foster effective partnerships that mobilize resources and provide innovative solutions.
The minister also called for a paradigm shift to ensure equal maritime rights for all nations, regardless of their geographical status.
Ethiopia commends the Awaza Program of Action for proposing the establishment of a high-level panel of experts to explore the means of implementing the equal right of all states to access the sea and ensure seamless access. We look forward to the introduction of a paradigm-shifting approach ensuring equal maritime rights for all states despite their territorial status.
In conclusion, Minister Alemu reaffirmed Ethiopia's dedication to the full implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals and the Awaza Program of Action, and urged international partners to redouble efforts to fulfill commitments outlined in the Addis Ababa Action Agenda.
The Director General of the International Livestock Research Institute, ILRI, says that Ethiopia has the potential to feed the entire Africa and beyond. Professor Apollinaire Jikeng underscored that Ethiopia's vast livestock potential remains largely untapped. Yet the country is making significant strides through its Yelemat Terufat initiative, also known as the Bounty of Basket. Goshu Melisau has more on that.
Ethiopia is home to the largest livestock population in Africa, with millions of cattle, sheep and goats that represent immense and until recently untapped potential.
Related to livestock system.
Talking to this dialogue program, Ilori Chief said Ethiopia has the potential to feed the entire Africa and beyond.
Even at the country level, Ethiopia is very, we have many mouths to eat in the country. So you're producing for your own local consumption. And I'm also very excited to see the middle class growing here, people who are really consuming the product made in the country. So I think for me, would be looking at two different markets. The internal market, what is it that we have to consume as in the country? Then the external, starting with the East Africa region and beyond. Those are market opportunities that I do. And Ethiopia can feed not only Ethiopia, but Africa and beyond. So I think that's, for me, the opportunities that we have.
The Director General expounded on Ethiopia's largely untapped livestock potential, highlighting the significant strides the country is making through the Yelema Trufat initiative, also known as the Bounty of the Basket.
The Yelema Trufat so far has been very successful. It's managed to bring the country, different sectors together. On top of that, you also have the Sakota Declaration. I think many people here are learning, sharing their examples back to Ethiopian people to make what you're doing here even better, but also learning from Ethiopia what has been learned, to be taken to other countries.
Professor Apollinir Jaigina asserted that the livestock sector is facing numerous challenges and stressed the need for strong collaboration among African countries to boost GDP growth.
I think in the Horn of Africa, we're seeing very strong leadership in countries that are now increasingly recognizing the fact that livestock is a key contributor for GDP. I think it's very important. At the opening ceremony here, we heard from the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the President of Kenya, and other dignitaries demonstrating the absolute contribution of livestock to the GDP in the country. That's a starting point. We're seeing very good leadership there. And that leadership is also, to some extent, being accompanied by the policies to ensure that the livestock sector is thriving. How can we vaccinate animals? How can we get healthy animals? How can we make sure that feed is available in communities? How can we provide insurance to support farmers? How can we ensure that we create market access to those who are holding those assets?
He urged broader continental support for countries like Ethiopia that are actively investing in sustainable agriculture and research infrastructure.
Among Africa's 54 countries, one nation stands alone. Welcome to Ethiopia. When it comes to this,
Yes, I'm in Addis Ababa, which means new flower, a name given to it in 1886 by Emperor Menelik II's wife, Empress Tatu, for its favorable weather and beauty.
Yoni on the beats. Let's make one.
Hi everyone, my name is Marley. I'm 17 years old, and today I'll be showing you around Addis Ababa, where I live and which is also home for African Union.
That is delicious.
Say hello to our ancient ancestors.
Thank you.
This is pretty.
Hi, how are you guys? You don't mind on the video? It's all good? Yeah.
Hey guys.
one of the responsibilities of men here is to protect the tribe.
We feed each other.
You want some egg?
The Highland tribe who receives clothing.
Up now.
Where men jump over cattle to...
Welcome to Bowling International Airport.
Welcome back. Now, Ethio-Kenya Investment Forum, which was held in Nairobi, highlighted enhanced bilateral business cooperation. The Ethiopian Embassy in Nairobi, in partnership with the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, hosted an investment and trade forum in Nairobi to promote business opportunities in Ethiopia. Over 150 representatives from various sectors attended the event. Ethiopia's Deputy Head of Mission Ambassador Dammaka Atnafo presented investment prospects in key sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, mining, ICT, tourism, energy, and healthcare. He also outlined the country's ongoing macroeconomic reforms, including the liberalization of telecom, banking, and foreign trade. Kenyan National Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Eric Ruto, on his part, welcomed Ethiopia's economic opening and encouraged Kenyan businesses to explore opportunities in the country. He also announced a trade and investment mission to Ethiopia slated for October 2025. The event concluded with a Q&A session and a call for enhanced bilateral business collaboration. And finally, the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, expressed deep sorrow following the tragic helicopter crash in Ghana's Ashanti region that claimed 8 lives, including 2 senior government ministers. Defense Minister Edward Oman Boama and Environment Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohamed were among the victims of the crash in the southern Ashanti region in the country, said Julius Debra, Chief of Staff to Ghana's President John Mahama on Wednesday. The chairperson conveyed his heartfelt condolences to President John Mahama, the government and people of Ghana, and the bereaved families of all those who lost their lives in this national tragedy, the statement added. He also expressed his solidarity with the Ghana Armed Forces and the ruling National Democratic Congress during this difficult time. The African Union stands in full solidarity with Ghana in mourning this profound loss. May the souls of the departed rest in eternal peace, the chairperson said. Well, dear viewers, you have been watching EBC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Ethiopia voices for equal maritime rights. And Kenya welcomes Ethiopia's privatization measures. Many thanks for watching us. Bye-bye.